fun now. So I go and I even joked around. I was like, woo! And then I was like, oh, probably shouldn't do that because there's holes all over the ground. So I grabbed the camera and then turned it off. And then Mom texted me. I went to text her back, put the phone down, grabbed the broom, and then did that.
Now
It's a stupid time. You would have
Could have had it as a fail.
I know.
That's cool.
Failed video.
Oh.
So you can
I
just
don't know
sit
if I
down
can
for a
watch
second
it.
and just let it sleep. Listen.
Oh, if you
I
would
can
have got
still feel it.
It was on,
if
it
you
was
would've
on
got
Try Me.
stuff
It was
like
on
that on
Try
there,
Me, so you could try it, but
you'd
this is
be on
on.
the fail video. You'd hit
I know, right?
like a million
It'd be
views.
kind of worth it,
I
right?
can't watch certain ones
No.
where this
Knees or
wrestler,
legs going backwards.
yeah, this wrestler jumps off the top rope. You just see both his knees go.
People send that stuff to me. I'm like, why would you do that?
I can't.
Like, I
I
could
can't
just-
handle certain
Oh,
things.
sick.
The worst thing I can't handle is like on the movies where they're scratching at the wall and their fingernail rips off. I'm like,
Yeah.
I
No,
can't do it.
of course. Picking out your teeth.
Mm.
Like, I bet the ribbon is
You can't do that or the fingernails.
I know.
It gets me sick.
Yep.
Mufasa.
Orange is the only color
Not
that doesn't
Mufasa,
have a
Simba.
ugly, very
No, on the new one they did do that to Mufasa too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the new one. That's right.
If we had a big orange cat, I'd name him Mufasa.
I had we had a stray cat, me and Jacob.
If I got a dog, I'd probably
And
name
there
it
was
Spyro. Like the
He
video.
had a scar on him, but I thought you can't really call him Scar.
Yeah.
It just didn't sound right, so I was like, Mufasa.
Did you say you had a
I
stray
just
cat
don't
named
like
Jacob?
clothing that has.
No, I said
don't
that was
have
me and
scales.
Jacob had a stray cat.
Yeah, I don't really like
No, I said
I thought you said you had a cat named Jacob.
I heard you right.
I don't know. I heard
Yeah.
you say the cat name was Jacob.
We had a stray
What?
cat named Jacob, is what I
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah,
like, that's
we
a-
had a stray cat, me and Jacob. I
Oh,
said.
that's why. There's a comma.
Yeah. I guess I just run on sentence.
Is that like
Yeah.
a TM?
Go
I looked at Jacob. No, it was like me and Jacob. You weren't
That's
around
so
yet.
cute.
So, yeah. I guess you didn't look up to
You
see
know what?
how
Let
my
me take a
expression
video
was.
and I'll send it to Liam.
No, don't do that.
Why?
Because then he's gonna bug us for one like crazy, and we're never gonna hear the end
Those
of
are
it.
like 50
Red
bucks.
Bull syrup.
No, they're more than that.
What is it?
Red Bull syrup.
Can you have a bowl of cereal?
I thought he says Carolyn's here.
Hey, we just had a bunch of Chinese.
Yeah, Carolyn's
Yeah,
here.
I guess whatever.
I heard Carolyn's
Yeah,
here.
Carolyn's here.
Yeah,
No,
Carolyn's
it was Carolyn.
here.
You know?
Yeah, Carolyn's here.
Jaden lives off Siri.
No, you need to learn to gift things like that. So that's what I actually like things like that more than you do.
You know. Apparently, I actually have like
Oh,
6 or
yeah.
7 cousins that
You
live
just
there.
find
On
out.
my dad's side.
Oh, wow.
I've never met.
No!
But from what everyone told me,
I don't like this
yeah.
open floor plan.
Like I don't have nowhere to go.
Oh, I just love
I
little
told him your
Grogu.
spooks don't probably have. I don't think you have any spooks anymore. I don't feel it. I don't feel anything like that.
No.
It's because this wall's in
I
here.
changed everything
I
and it
haven't
just.
had any issues.
I could just go like this.
Trying to make sure.
No, they probably followed you guys.
Shut up.
No, they work with the.
No, I ain't got nothing in my home.
They're probably in the storage. They just haven't got there yet.
They stay there. Oh,
No, seriously, they work through objects.
Yeah, they're good.
That's why, like, if you buy something at a yard sale and all of a
There's
sudden you're like,
a thing on the
You
Why
know,
am I
I
having
was
problems?
wondering about that at one point too.
The
but-
little lace,
yeah.
little brown,
Except
little
my
wrapping.
I thought, what are they? I
Thing.
don't know how that works. But
Attachments.
Well,
they're not
Well,
alive.
there was this
That's
lady.
alive.
Sorry about this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You just did pass the demon
Great.
into the live pigs. But was there any other object out there other than a pig to pigs?
Well,
Maybe
there
not.
was this lady that went to the Kingdom Mall. She bought a couch at a yard sale,
That's cool. then.
and the next, like after a few weeks, she kept noticing a cigarette hole burn starting to show up in it. She's like, no one in her family smoked.
It was impressive.
And then all of a sudden, like one day, they woke up and the couch was just like gone, like in flames, like it burnt down. No marks on the floor, or nothing. She ended up getting possessed. You would hear her. She had to sit in the back
To me,
room.
it's so fascinating.
You would hear her like gurgling and doing all kinds of weird stuff.
That's
Yeah, she was possessed.
Yeah, that's not good.
Driving around.
She had a lot of
Is this house
issues.
haunted in areas?
Kind of one.
That's what I said.
Now
I
that
don't
it's
feel
changed.
anything like that now.
Now you changed the layout
I'm
of
telling you,
some
they left. They went over here.
When did it start to change?
They're in the storage right now.
or when we're all together.
No, because it was here before. It wasn't before that.
Yeah, but they need
Well,
guys.
after
in
I
there.
was gone, it's no
They'll
longer.
go into something.
I have nowhere to hide.
We also go to church now, so I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of times they say that's when it starts
Yeah,
really
you
trying to
can-
get you.
But like when we would all be together here, when mom and dad had the house, things with Sean's, we would see something in the back and stuff
Feel differently.
when we're all together.
They are actually okay
Are they?
because they talk about things openly.
Okay.
What?
When we would all gather here, when mom and dad lived
Yeah.
here, then we'd see things down the hall, or me and Sean or something saw somebody walk in, and it was
My mom's old house on Patsy, that thing, there's something wrong with that
What is
house.
that phone on?
It's
They're
we're
making
filming
videos.
for YouTube.
Are
Our
you?
personal one, yeah.
Oh,
not. And she's not gonna show
Home
it to
video.
everybody.
It's
Oh.
we'll just start calling it home video because then
Yeah.
everyone can have access to it whenever they want.
You know how
and-
you have tons of home videos, like your
Yeah.
YouTube and the recording one?
Uh-huh.
We decided to do
To
that
put
too.
one out. Okay, that's good. Cause
We always get to check in and look at you guys doing
Yeah, we always
things you
wait
guys do.
and hope, and the boys will be like,
Now
"Hey,
we
you
get to
do
do
what?"
it.
I'm like,
Yeah,
"Nope,
you
they ain't
check
doing
it out.
anything
is
for
it under
us."
your name?
It's
Sure.
mine.
Your name.
I share it to you, but I'm not able to
I know.
open it public yet.
That's
Waiting for some more confidence from you.
okay. So how will I get to see it?
You
I have to
me
always ask
whenever-
you
Yeah,
until then.
yeah.
Hey, she can send you a link.
I send her the link.
Yeah,
and then
she sends you a link and you get and it's set for
it's
private.
off and it's
and you can watch it.
Stays put
It's
the way
okay.
that
Dusty,
I-
that's
So
how
I can
Dusty
just
sends
have
me
it
a
like
lot of the
this the
videos
whole time.
before
Or
they're
if I
done,
turn
and she
it
sends
on.
me them through a private link on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I don't see your page.
I don't know what you
But
do.
she'll just send you a
wanted to
link.
watch it on the TV last
Yeah.
time, so I did a different thing. So I ended up unlocking mine,
Yeah.
and then I said, let me know as soon as you're
Hot
done,
glue.
so I can lock the public, put it back to private.
Or that
Mm.
metal stuff or that
Well,
leaf
whenever
stuff
you
right
have
there.
videos,
We have a couple.
let me know and we'll
Yeah, I
get to look at them.
am trying to gather enough up so you guys have plenty to watch.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that works.
We're doing, this one.
Yeah.
You got Velcro?
It's got Velcro on it, but I don't know how well it's gonna
I
stick
deleted
to
the one with
kind
the
of
me
burlap
doing the
kind
yard
of
stuff, and then Johnny break my
Oh,
foot because
oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't. It was right after, right
You got hot glue that would
when
work.
I
Or
shut it
super
off.
glue.
Like maybe 5 minutes goes by, and then I trip and fall, and it was already shut
Hey,
off
make it a little
for
manly,
like
get
5
some
minutes.
real
So
glue
I
on that shit.
not shut it off. It would have been on there.
Duct tape,
That's
there you go.
exactly where I was.
I got electrical tape. I got a lot of electrical tape.
No, I think the last
That is really
thing that
pretty.
I had here
You got
was
color coded
coffee.
electrical tape?
Babe?
I got white,
That's what I was
white and
expecting.
black. I don't have red or.
Supposedly our house is haunted, but
You can
I've not
find one
seen her
in
or
there.
felt anything.
I usually would hear whistling.
That's
when
why I don't know if I
wash
believe
the
anybody
dishes.
because I don't
I
see or
would
hear
hear.
anything.
Okay, so I.
That one house that
would
we're at, the
hear,
first one?
Um,
Mm-hmm. Especially after my dad died, something was messing with me bad.
it's either one or the other. I
Could be
either
your
heard.
husband.
Oh, I did. I heard Brittany,
Yeah.
right? I'd be hearing calling, and it would be.
It was because the house wasn't done, I finished it after
But
he
no, sorry.
passed away.
Now I know why it makes
And
sense, right?
it was
I would
just-
hear mom.
Everything went
Kids
downhill.
are calling me, but they're not home. Because I'd be taking a bath or whatever, and I'm like, nobody's home, and I hear them calling for me, and I'm like, so I would think, you know, like
I hear, okay,
And
I
then
did
guess
hear
what I would
Jaden.
think? Guess what I would think?
Hmm.
You know, they call me mom. It would be believable if you called me by my name. And then, like, the next time I go and take a bath, I hear it, I'm like, so just stop. We're not doing this.
I'm trying to relax.
Yeah.
I've heard
Because I
Jaden's
didn't-
voice.
didn't
I
stop
have
it.
heard the kids a couple times when they're in school.
So
I would
Oh,
hear
mom did too.
them. Your mom hears the kids, she'll think they're home, she'll go check, and she'll hear me
You
in
don't
the
think
house.
they're outside?
I'm not
Maybe
home.
kids are making noise
No,
outside.
just when they're in school and I'm not home.
baby.
And she
I was
hears
gonna
me
say
and
if
the
I could
kids.
go on the Oculus.
You
I mean,
can.
other kids
Yeah,
maybe across the
or
street.
an hour.
Maybe
So
Not
put
that
the
one,
timer
there's
on,
no kids
okay?
around like that.
Thank you.
But when we were in the bedroom upstairs, that's right after we first moved in, our bedroom door was open. Jesse saw somebody peek, and enough to let Jesse know it was there.
Yeah.
And then you stood down by the front door and you could see the stairs, you know, top of the stairs like that. And he said he saw a man or somebody walk up there shouting.
Well, it was like someone peeked again. I'm like,
It's a peeker. We have a
what the
peeker.
hell? But see, over
Right,
at that
so
house,
nothing.
that first one we lived in, the one from like 1850 or whatever it was,
1863.
Yeah.
something bad messed with me. Like even while I was redoing the room for my dad
We
before,
were thinking about buying
Me
it.
and
We
James
could.
it was
heard, like,
I was up on the ladder and I kept seeing something walk by. I'm like, out of the corner of my eye, I'm like,
that house.
but then something spoke to her or growled at you or something. Remember? It did something to you.
I don't know.
But then after my dad died, it took a little while before we got in there. But then I woke up because I heard him coughing, and my automatic response was I got up and I started walking. I said, "Daddy, you all right?" And I'm like,
Coffee done.
"Wait a minute, Dad's not here." And I go and walk out, and all of a sudden, my dad always stood at like
Is there any
doorways
water in it?
with his arm up like this,
Like
and
that.
I saw.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but
"Dad?"
there's
He's
no-
like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh shit!"
It was messing
I was
up
like,
there.
"No."
It was he was weak,
Doesn't look like you
vulnerable.
It's,
Yes,
it scared me.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, I did.
That scared me.
When we were staying with your mom when we first moved out there,
Oh,
the room that Jaden and James are in, there's a big walk-in closet. Well, the doors are those wooden slider doors,
That's what I want.
and there was a bed by the closet, and I was folding the clothes.
They use the cup then, yeah.
And I didn't like that closet open, so I shut the doors. I turned around and
you
I was
told me
folding
this
the
story.
clothes. All of a sudden I looked behind me and they're open and they're centered. I'm like, I went downstairs. I'm like, count everybody.
That was when you guys first stayed there.
Yeah, went back upstairs and the door was pushed out, like off the track. And I was like,
Oh, this is it. Okay. Like turns.
but I haven't.
That's it.
Mhm.
This part is
This.
this after that.
A couple years. Yeah.
If I
A couple years ago.
it would fill it up.
I was getting ready to lay down or whatever, trying to fall asleep, you know, when you get insomnia and you can't, you're just there for hours. And then I would hear chattering, like just how my bed is right now, but it's more pushed to the center. I would hear talking in the corner.
In that room
Just
where
like
I
that.
heard you heard me when I was
Chit chat. Two other people. Yes, that's the spot. Just chit chat, talking, and then eventually it would be in the other room,
I know what it is.
and then it would be talking again, and then I'd hear like walking.
I tried to get, I
And
told you
then,
you could do the other one.
But like next night or something,
This is the old coffee game too.
I was
Oh,
laying
the same,
down
that's
trying to
all.
fall asleep,
Yeah,
and
It's all water.
he would get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. So he gets up, turns on the bathroom light or the hallway light. I'm just like laying there, closing my eyes, you know, and then I don't hear the light or anything change, but I just keep my eyes closed. I think I had my blanket over my face so the light doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Then I feel him get in, I hear him walking, and he sits down in bed, lays down. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I can go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm laying there, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes pass. I hear the light shut off, I'm like, and then I see him walking, and I feel like this, I don't feel anything there.
Wait a minute.
And then that's when I felt my bed, and I was like,
Laid by you.
babe?
Oh,
It's the second time something has
A
done
long
that
poop.
in this house.
so same thing happened to me over at Asheville house.
Oh, yeah?
So I was in that scary house, and I was laying there, and then like
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
just starting to fall asleep, and then all of a sudden I heard the door open,
And it.
and I heard someone sitting on the bed. I thought it was her, and I'm like, what?
It's like not like this simple.
And I'm like,
Like little pitcher cup.
Like, what are you doing?
like, and I felt the bed like he
Yeah,
is.
you feel the
Yeah,
weight.
and I looked over and nobody was there. I was like, oh, Lord.
You're right.
And I got up and she was gone. They weren't even home.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
walked around the house to make sure they weren't trying to mess with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
When we
we went
lived
outside
here,
smoking a cigarette. And they came home and they're like,
So that.
what's wrong? And I told them what happened. They're like, no, I'm like, there's a reason I'm out here. I said, look at the ashtray. I said, there's like 8 cigarettes in there.
You can't go back inside.
I was like,
when we lived here, Jerry stayed the night because he had some issue with his sister going to jail and stuff like that, or drugs, something
I
about
thought it
that.
was his mom that had like.
His mom sat there and told her, well, you can't stop him, join him when it comes to drugs. Well, you can't stop Joe, so just join him. And Jerry caused a problem. Well, mom said he could stay there. He'd slip on the couch right here.
I
And I
know.
told
I
him
think
good
of this
night.
story every time I sleep in this living room.
Nice.
Actually.
And Jerry walked out of the bedroom, shut the door, and went to sleep. He said he heard me going. He said Milo ran over to him by on the couch and hears Jerry, like me saying Jerry.
Down the hall.
And then he
yeah.
goes, yeah, because
And
he thought it
then-
was me, like I needed
And
to
then
get
hear
attention.
giggling down
And then
the
you
hall.
hear, what
Really
are you
close.
doing?
Yeah.
And he's all,
Yeah.
Jerry.
I'm
He said
surprised he didn't
Milo
come to
was
our door.
protecting him or something.
Yeah. So see that actually that story every time I sleep here.
Is that why you don't put the couch here? No.
No, but I have
Move
thought
down
about
the
that.
hallway. At least
Remember you
it's a
said
short
the green
hallway.
lights and stuff when you and the kids were laying on the floor? When you were living here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some green light that went over and stuff. I've never seen any of that like that.
An orb.
Yeah, like an orb.
Sister, we shall pray.
And then-
we shall pray now, sisters. You got ghost stories for here?
No.
Ghosted.
My mom's old
You
house.
had that
so-
one from the other one.
Huh?
My mom's old house. Their pets.
Oh,
circle
I
and
saw
portable.
someone out the window.
Forget
Yeah,
that
this
house.
one.
That thing was haunted.
What's
Mom was like, oh, you
Oh,
can
that
take
was a
over
little
Peter's
Stop
son. I'm like,
talking in my room.
I don't want it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a
need
big house,
break.
7 bedrooms,
What?
Yeah.
but one, not worth it. I mean, that house thing would have only been at that time like.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I just randomly hear like someone
Not
say my
worth the
name.
spook.
I don't
I
know.
don't blame you.
Jacob.
It's something you
Or
just can't get rid of.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Like
Good.
really.
You know, people have like little demons in their house. No, that
Yeah,
can't take
it would
place
be
in
awesome.
general.
Yeah.
Or just Jacob. Like any.
Oh.
It's so pretty.
Wow, it reminds me of like
Yeah.
Greece for
You
some
did
reason.
perfect.
It
does,
needed
yeah.
it needed the gold like that.
Yeah, because
For
it matches
blue.
the everything in the
Yeah, that's
set.
really good.
That's
You
really
did.
good.
Are you sure you want to marry
You're
a lady?
florist.
So,
A lady?
No, seriously, good job, man. I could just you on there
it's
on one.
beautiful. It's pretty.
You did a really
See, he's
good
in
job.
touch with his feminine
He
side.
really is. 'Cause, I mean, I
He's
can't
awesome.
do
Yeah,
this.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I can't do this. This is too
That's
great.
really good.
Yeah,
But yeah, you
love
know
it.
that, Donna?
Huh?
Back when we were at our old place,
So
I
you
used
got
to always
like ring
hear
or
someone
rip?
say my name when I was
Got an
younger.
idea.
Oh, at
Go
that place
with
over
it.
there?
Like, I can make
I think,
this
yes,
better.
you did tell me about
Yeah,
that.
another
Well, I
little-
was
I used to
Maybe
rarely
back
hear
to last few days
Jacob,
in your head.
or like maybe
Saying,
they were
like,
be
looking at
talking,
it,
and then
thinking,
in the midst,
oh,
I just
that's
hear
few
someone say Jacob or like anything.
Weird.
So like you're just like, oh, I feel like you know, fiddling around.
This goes
And you
in
get like
my
a couple cool
my
notes in a row. And you're
dress.
like, wow, this is your
my,
build on that.
my dress.
This is your kind of
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's good because like it's flat, so you just.
I know.
It's
He
not
knows
like
what
this,
he's
of
doing
course.
for never
You
having
don't
really
really
nice.
nice experience with weddings.
Knows how to make all these things up.
Yeah, just put it in my dress bag, Jay.
Hang on a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Gotta have that. Oh, wait.
He rewinded.
Right? Hang on. Okay.